Hello, everyone. Welcome to week 2 of Financial Literacy Month. This is your girl, Ashley Hannah Williams with A&A Financial Elevation LLC, where we seek to empower business owners and consumers financially to reach their highest potential and to make sure that they are maximizing their financial capability. So this week, we will be discussing the debt collection guide for consumers. This topic derived because we sent out an email blast to our email subscribers, asking them what questions that they had, and most of them came back dealing with the FTC or the Federal Trade Commission and debt collection agencies. So we said, why not do a webinar, a recording, a live on this, because other people may want this information as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and dive right into it. I want to respect your time. Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure that you're following us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, A&A Financial Elevation LLC. Make sure that you are subscribed to our email blast, because that is where it goes down, right? So that's where the freebies are. That's where the great information are. That's where you are able to connect with us one-on-one in order to make sure that your financial literacy questions are being answered. So that's www.aafinancialelevation.com, and that is where you can subscribe to our email subscribers list and stay connected with us here at A&A Financial Elevation. So if you're behind on paying your bills or your creditor's records mistakenly make it appear that you are, then a debt collector may be contacting you. How many of us have been subjected to debt collection calls? Yeah, they're not fun at all. So the FTC, or the Federal Trade Commission, is the nation's consumer protection agency that enforces Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. The Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, okay? And that is the FDCPA. And that act prohibits debt collectors from using abusive, unfair, and deceptive practices to collect debt from you. So I'm not sure if a lot of you knew, but you as a consumer, you have rights. So you have rights as it pertains to the credit bureaus. You have rights as it pertains to the collection agencies. You have rights as it pertains to debt collection practices. Like, yes, you as a consumer have rights, and the FTC is the nation's consumer protection agency that governs that act and makes sure that our consumers are continuing to know their rights and stay connected. So under the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, or the FDCPA, a debt collector is someone who regularly collects debt that is owed to others. So that includes collection agencies, that includes lawyers who collect debts on a regular basis, and also companies that buy delinquent debts and then try to collect on the debt. So that all is included under the FDCPA, or the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, okay? And I'm just going to dive into some of the questions that were sent to us by our email subscribers, because I thought that it was really great information. And I thought that it was information that you could use today on this webinar as it pertains to the Federal Trade Commission and the debt collection guide for consumers. So let me pull up those questions just so that I can go ahead and get that up and running. Okay, so the first question that we have sent over by one of our most loyal email subscribers, and they stated, what types of debts are covered? So the act covers personal debt, family debt, household debts, including money that you owe on personal credit cards, auto loans, medical bills, mortgages. It includes any debt that is personal. Now, the FDCPA does not cover debts that are incurred by running a business, okay? So any debts that are incurred on behalf of running a business, the FDCPA does not cover that. So I hope that that answers that question. We had another one coming in from Florida, and it stated, let me find it. Okay. Okay, so this question stated, can a debt collector contact me anytime, any place? And the answer to that is no. A debt collector may not contact you at inconvenient times or places, such as before 8 in the morning or after 9 p.m. at night, unless you agree to it. So collectors may not contact you at work if they're told orally or in writing that you're not allowed to get calls there. So I hope that answers that question. No, they can't contact you anytime, any place. Nope, they cannot. Let's see what else we have. Can a debt collector contact anyone else about my debt? Well, if an attorney is representing you about that debt, the debt collector must contact that attorney rather than you. So if you don't have an attorney, a collector may contact other people, but only to find out your address, your home phone number, where you work, etc. So collectors usually are prohibited from contacting third parties more than once, other than to obtain, this location information about you or your debt. And also the debt collector generally is not permitted to discuss your debt with anyone other than you, your spouse, and or your attorney. All right, good questions, guys. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. And again, make sure that you are subscribing to our YouTube channel. Make sure that you are following us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Make sure that you visit us online, www.aafinancialelevation.com. We have really good information for you, and we want to continue to educate you and stay informed. So these are really great questions. Let's see what else we have. So what does the debt collector have to tell me about my debt? So every collector must send a written validation notice telling you how much you owe within 5 days after they first contact you. So that notice is also, I think it includes your name. It includes the name of the creditor to whom you owe the money to and how to proceed if you don't think that you owe the money or the debt. So that is the information that the debt collector has to give you about your debt. All right. So can I control which debts my payments apply to? Yes, you can control it. So if a debt collector is trying to collect more than one debt from you, the collector must apply any payment that you make to them to the debt that you select. So equally important, the debt collector may not apply a payment to a debt that you do not think that you owe. So that is very important. Very, very, very great question. Ooh, wage garnishments. This is a good one. So can a debt collector garnish my bank account or my wages? So if you don't pay on the debt, a creditor or the debt collection agency that they're using generally can sue you to collect a debt. So if they win, the court will enter into a judgment. So they will put a judgment against you, and basically a judgment states the amount of money that you owe and allows the creditor or collector to get garnishment orders against you, directing a third party like your bank to turn over the funds from your account to pay off that debt. And how do I know this? Because I used to work inside of the financial institution, and I will witness these practices all the time. So wage garnishment happens when your employer withholds part of your compensation to pay off that debt. So your wages usually can be garnished only as a result of a court order. So do not ignore lawsuits or summons, okay? Because if you do, you lose the opportunity to fight a wage garnishment, okay? So make sure that you are paying attention to those wage garnishment letters that you're receiving in the mail, because it is very, very important. All right, so let's see. Do I have any recourse if I think that a debt collector has violated the law? You do have the right to sue a collector in a state or federal court within 1 year from the date the lawsuit was violated. So if you win, the judge can require the collector to pay you for any damages you can prove that you suffered from because of the illegal collection practices, like lost wages or medical bills. So the judge can require the debt to pay up to, or the debt collector to pay up to $1,000, even if you can't prove that you suffered any actual damages. So you can also be reimbursed for your attorney fees and court costs, of course. A group of people also may sue a debt collector as a part of a class action lawsuit. I'm pretty sure a lot of us have seen, those class action lawsuit letters come in the mail if a big company is being sued. And you can recover damages up to $500,000 or 1% of the collector's net worth, whichever amount is lower. So even if a debt collector violates the FDCPA and trying to collect a debt from you, that debt does not go away if you owe it. Okay. So I want to repeat that last part again. So even if a debt collector violates the FDCPA and trying to collect that debt does not automatically go away because you're suing them or they violated the FDCPA. So I want you to make sure that you still are going to owe that debt if it is rightfully yours. So I wanted to make sure that that is clear. These are really good questions, and I hope that you all are finding value in this information. Also, I wanted to let everybody know that we have merch. So our legacy and assets line is out, and I want you all to be a part of this journey with us and make sure that you get your merch. All right. So we have really, really, really cool shirts to hand out to you. Legacy over liabilities. That's right. All right. So 2 more questions and then I'm going to wrap this up. So this one's coming from South Carolina. What should I do if a debt collector sues me? So if a debt collector files a lawsuit against you to collect on a debt, make sure that you respond to the lawsuit, either personally or through a lawyer, by the date specified on the court papers to preserve your rights. Because just because they're suing you doesn't make it validated. So, but if you ignore them, you are waiving a lot of your rights. So make sure that you personally or your lawyer gets in contact with that creditor by the date that's on the court papers to preserve your rights. So that's what you should do if a debt collector is trying to sue you or is suing you. All right, so where do I report a debt collector for an alleged violation? So you have 2 places that you can report that. So you can report any problems you have with the debt collector to your state attorney general's office, and you can find that on www.naag.org. So that's www.naag.org. And you can also report it to the Federal Trade Commission, www.ftc.gov. And many states have their own collection laws that are different from the federal Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. So your attorney's general office can help you in determining your rights under your specific state laws. So again, your attorney general's office you can find that on www.naag.org, and you can contact the Federal Trade Commission at www.ftc.gov. So I really hope that that helps you. And also we have an all-inclusive list for the debt collection guide for consumers. It's on a pay what you want scale. It's downloadable. You can find it in the links commented under the video, as well as on our description section. So a full-blown collective list is available to you with a lot more information than what I have given out in this video, including but not limited to what practices are off limits for debt collectors. You can also see information about, can the federal benefits be garnished and which ones are exempt. So that all-inclusive list is available for you via PDF download, located in the links below, as well inside of the description section, and you can pay what you want. The starting pay is $1, so you could pay as low as $1 up to however much you feel as though this information is valued at. So we have that fluctuating scale for you to make sure that you are able to get what you need at a reasonable price. So that is on the pay what you want scale located below this video. And that is all that I have for you today. I really hope that you enjoyed this webinar. Please do not be a stranger. Come back for week 3 next week. We will be discussing business credit, and we are so excited about this. This is going to be on Zoom Live. So I will make sure that I will post that link below in the comment section as well as the description section. Make sure you subscribe. Again, this is Ashley Hannah Williams with A&A Financial Elevation LLC. I hope that you have a fantastic week, and make sure that you are staying in control of your destiny, because if you don't, someone else will. All right, guys, have a good day. Bye-bye.